Did you know that FAFO is the same as when you let kids touch the stove because you can only tell them so many times, don't do it, it's hot, don't touch it, it's hot, don't touch it, until they actually touch it, and then they don't touch it again. That's pretty much what FAFO is. We're treating them like
Hi,
toddlers.
beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, for subscribing, liking, sharing, turning on your notification. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the original creators of these videos. Y'all are amazing. So, in today's video,
Well, a little more FAFO for the U.S. after their tariff threats to Canada. Not only did we respond with tariffs, hold my beer, we took your stuff off our shelves, boycotted as many products as we could, tore up hundreds of millions of dollars worth of contracts, and the only thing we ended up agreeing to in the end after you folded in 3 days was the same thing we agreed to in 2024 when Biden was in office. But what you did is you pissed us off, and you told us, we can't trust you as allies and we can't trust you as trade partners. So we jumped on the phone, we called up China and we said, hey, how do you feel about a free trade agreement? And China responded with, we feel peachy keen. So now we're taking hundreds of billions of dollars out of the U.S. economy and reducing our dependency on the U.S. to send it all to China. So how do you guys feel about that? FAFO.
Trump supporters, since I know you guys don't read, you don't pay attention either, I just wanted to let you know the Republican Congress is now debating the Republican budget. And I want to remind you, Trump promised you guys there will be no taxes on overtime, no taxes on tips, no taxes on Social Security too. Let me tell you about this budget. There's no mention of a tax-free overtime. There's no mention of tax-free tips. Absolutely no mention of tax-free Social Security. But let me tell you what is in there. Another 4.5 trillion dollars in tax cuts for him and his rich cronies, the top 1%. Don't worry though, because you know who's going to fill that shortage and that gap? It will be you and I, the working class citizens of this country. You ignorant motherfuckers. The only thing that has gone down since Trump has been in office is him on his knees in front of Elon. And all the rest of y'all are lined up behind him, drooling and slobbing at the mouth, ready to get on the knob. Ignorant. All you had to do was crack a book. Crack a book, educate yourselves. But you went in there intentionally to hurt and harm other human beings that did not look like you. I love this. This next 4 years is going to be something else. I went in the house for 2 days and came out. Gas went from $2.99 to $3.19. Inflation is up. That's a fact. Check it. Eggs are up. That's a fact. Check it.
President Trump did not betray you. You betrayed yourself. You lied to yourself to justify your decision to vote for a madman. And you didn't care about the things he said he would do, because you figured that would only hurt other people. But now that it's hurting you, you see the problem with it. But you was perfectly fine with him hurting other people. Anyway, it makes sense that they would want to erase Black and Native American history, because we're a constant stain on them, aren't we? A constant reminder that nothing they got here was earned. Everything they got was off the backs of others. Not only did they occupy the land that belonged to someone else, they didn't even do the work to build this bitch. And that's why they want to erase us. But you can never erase our history. Our history is global, baby. It goes beyond these states. And we will prevail as always. But those of you who voted for this shit and it backfired, I keep telling you, you reap what you sow, and what you wish for others is going to come right back on your ass. Fuck around, find out. Enjoy.
I'm recording this because hopefully it will be a testimony. Today is February 9th, and this morning on my way to get in the car to go to church, I found out I lost my job. And before you ask, no, I did not FA, but I am finding out. I have to laugh to keep from crying. But I found out they sent out an email just letting us know that our department is being dissolved. And It sucks. I'm very sad. I've been crying pretty much. Like I said, I was on my way to church, so guess who was at the altar this morning? It was me. So that's where I'm at right now. I've been at the company for 5 years. It's an educational technology company. It's a remote position. I am a former educator. I left the classroom in 2020 due to a multitude of reasons, but mostly so I could be home with my daughter, who was immunocompromised at the time, and it was a great position for me. And God provided for me at that point too, so I trust Him, but still I'm not trying to spiritually bypass how I feel right now, because right now sucks, and I can hold the tension of having faith in God but also being sad and pissed off. So I'm holding that. Anyway, I work for an educational technology company, and we provide supplemental technology resources for kids who are below grade level or have special needs. And our company just basically said they anticipate more schools having budget cuts in the future, and that more people won't need our services. So that's why they're cutting back. So yeah, I'm sad. I haven't even really tried to think about next steps yet. I don't know if this situation is the push that I needed to really dedicate myself to writing. I've been saying I've been gonna do that for the last decade of my life. But it's always been, I have to work, I have to do this, I have to do this. I got all the time in the world now. I don't know. I just want to say I'm sending love to anybody in the same situation as me. This sucks. I'm not going to try to give you some spiritual platitude. I just know that there's a whole book in the Bible called Lamentations, so it's okay to cry. That's what I've been doing all day. So
I feel your pain, sis. I really do. Especially because you said you didn't F around and now you are finding out. And the way you ended the video, the frustration, you could sense the frustration in your voice. You don't even know where to start from. You don't know what to pick. You don't know what to do. I mean, it can be so frustrating. It's just like somebody looks you in the eyes and just, pinches you with something purposely, so it can be so frustrating. Okay, but I really hope in your future pursuits you find fulfillment and joy. Okay, because I really do not wish this on anybody. And now, people are coming out to say, okay, now this period is not for backlashing those that effed around. Now is the time to come together. And now I'm thinking that where were those people that effed around when they needed them? Okay, the whole thing is just somehow, okay, in as much as it's good to stand in unity, but most of the time it's always good to prevent something than doing damage control.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna just say this right here. If you're not fucking rich, you don't have no fucking business supporting Donald Trump. I'm gonna say it again. If you're not fucking rich, you don't have no business supporting Donald Trump. Because at the end of the day, all of that bullshit he doing, that shit gonna touch home. It might ain't touch home yet to you Trump supporters, but it's gonna hit home. And it don't hit home with a lot of motherfuckers too, farmers and all. They don't fuck around and found out. That man don't give a fuck about you. If you're not fucking rich, he don't give a fuck. You black, blue, white, green, orange, purple. He don't give a fuck about you, man. Don't give a fuck about you at all. And you MAGAs out here looking so, I don't know, I just don't even understand what the fuck is wrong with y'all. Y'all out here saying that man is doing a good job. He's doing a good job. What the fuck is this? What is so good about what this man doing? What is so good about it? I want somebody to tell me, one of you MAGAs. Since that man been in the office, man, he got this fucking world fucked up. Fucked up, man. People scared to death. So they don't even know how they gonna motherfucking get medication. Or what's gonna happen when they go to the doctor. Or none of that shit, bro. But you MAGAs up this motherfucker talking about he doing a good job. Y'all some delusional motherfuckers, man. Delusional.
By now, you've probably seen the video of this young farmer saying that he's at risk of losing his farm because he was taking part in a federal program that was assisting him in making some much needed improvements on his farm so that hopefully he could turn a bigger profit. But because presidential executive orders that have been signed have frozen the funds to those federal programs, he could lose his farm. And listen, I've seen the comments, the stitches, the duets, people telling him, FAFO, you voted for this. And if you'll allow me, I want to come at this from a different perspective. First of all, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I've been a registered independent voter for the last 4 elections. That being said, yes, I did vote for Kamala Harris. And if this is where you stop listening, have a great rest of your day. Secondly, I don't watch mainstream or legacy media. All of the media I choose to consume is from outside of the US, primarily Al Jazeera and NPR. All that being said, that's the problem with using just a few issues to choose our elected officials, because that person running and their whole campaign team just wants you to believe that they are the best and the other side is the worst, that they want you to have the best world and the best life and the other side doesn't want you to have anything, and that these programs that are trying to help people are draining taxpayer dollars. They're making the American people lazy so that they can suck off the teat of American taxpayers. When the truth is, that's not even close to what it is. A lot of the programs, not all and not none, but a lot of the programs that people are trying to put in place are to try and help make Americans stronger themselves so that they're more self-reliant. But the problem is, most people are just going to listen to what that politician says and not think the 3 to 4 steps ahead to think, if this, then that. If they get rid of this, then what else goes with it? And that's where we all lose, because most people don't realize these bills are written in such a way that they intertwine programs. And if you undo one, you undo them all. Unfortunately, this is going to keep happening until people can stop and say, what else is this going to affect? And am I okay with that happening?
It's time to give FAFO a rest. Pack it up. Enough is enough. What is bad for them is also bad for you. I get it. You're angry. You're frustrated. They voted for this and you didn't. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter anymore. I understand being angry and frustrated and tired, especially back in November and December. I understand being petty back in January, but it's February now and it's getting worse. And what is bad for them is bad for you. And that's not clicking. I need y'all to lock in. Never mind that y'all can't find empathy for your neighbors. That's a different talk. It's getting to a point now where y'all are not taking what this government is doing seriously. It is also bad for you. The amount of women I see who are like, well, I still get to vote in 2028, even though my super conservative neighbor doesn't get to because she changed her last name. Ha ha ha. Stop laughing. It's not funny. Never mind the fact that this is a huge rollback against the rights of women in the first place. You think this is where they're stopping? You think that less than 100 days into this administration and we're already here, and you think 4 years from now you're showing up to the booth? Are you serious? Not only are you letting your pettiness and your frustration snip away at some of the core beliefs that I believe so many of you say you hold near and dear to your hearts, but it's snipping away at your ability to think long term. You know, maybe the first can't afford eggs now, was kind of funny. But at this point, it's not funny. There's nothing to laugh about. They are rolling back our rights at such a rapid pace, and y'all don't seem to understand that they're not stopping there. It doesn't stop once married women can't vote. It doesn't stop once immigrants are gone. It doesn't stop there. Lock in.
You think this is funny? You think those who are actually coming online to say, oh, FAFO, I told you so, this and that, you think they are actually happy saying FAFO? You think the reason behind them saying FAFO, you think when they drop their phones after making those videos, you think they are laughing and smiling? You think they are actually finding fulfillment in saying FAFO? Come on. Okay, those people that are saying FAFO, they are not happy. They are angry, they are frustrated, they are pissed. Oh, thank God you actually raised the fact that you know that they are angry. Of course, they are angry, okay? And their anger is justifiable, okay? You cannot come online and just say, yeah, you need to put the differences aside, this and that. You need to do this. We need to stand together. Yes, united we stand. But where were they when the unity was needed? All right, where were they when the unity was needed? So you cannot just come online and just expect them to just lay aside their differences. No matter how long it takes for them to be okay with coming together, you would have to wait for them, okay? You cannot just come and drag them out of their pit hole and expect them to come and shine their teeth with the same people that refused to stand with them a couple of months ago. Okay, the mere fact that the whole thing seems to be crumbling down and is affecting everybody doesn't mean that their pain is not valid. Okay, because anybody making a video about FAFO, before you pick up your phone and make that video, there are so many circumstances surrounding it. Okay, most people just come online to say those things because they are just like, okay, let me just come online, leave a little, make a joke about the situation. Okay, just say that, oh yeah, we told you so. If it wasn't for you, we won't be in this situation. I can bet it with you that when most of those people drop their phones, they drop their phone and they crawl back into their spite, they crawl back into their frustration, they crawl back into real life. Okay, so you cannot just come online and force them and want to drag them by their throats and tell them to drop the FAFO. No matter how long it takes them to say the FAFO, just leave them alone. And when they are ready to come stand with you, they are ready. Okay? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think it's okay with the FAFO? It's time to move forward. It's time to stand together. Or do you think no matter how long it takes for FAFO, we will continue to see it? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. And please don't forget to stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.